Hey, hey. Hello, 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 everybody. I'm going to go ahead and share. Give everybody a few minutes to come on and log in. Yes. I'm sharing, guys. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing right now. So, if you're just now joining us, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Oh my gosh, if you're just now tuning in, you already know it is 8 o'clock Monday night right here on your Facebook Live. That means it is time for the what? For the show, my people. Yes, for the show. Right here with your girl, Nina Rock, La Latina Loquita. All alone today. My partner is still in New York. Hopefully she'll tune into the live. If not, you already know you got me, so it's okay. So, feel free to go ahead and share. I just shared. We got a lot of things to talk about today. And yeah, so I do have to apologize though, because I do have to cut the live short today. I do have another important phone call that I have to do at 8:30. So I'm going to keep this live short and sweet to the point you already know. So with that being said, let's get into it. Don't forget to let us know where you guys are tuning in from so we can go ahead and shout you out. And yeah, gracias por su sintonía. Ya ustedes saben, si están aquí por primera vez, bienvenido. If you're here for the first time, welcome. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who listens and watches this crazy thing we call the show. People from Peru, from Colombia, from Mexico, from right here in the United States, from Japan, from Germany, the Arab nations, all around the world. We appreciate you guys. It is insane the reach that we get. Don't forget that you can also follow us on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. We are on iHeart and on Spotify Radio, and of course Media OQ, and of course right here on your Facebook Live. So with that being said, guys, you already know Nina Rock in the house. All right, so today I want to cover a couple of things. First of all, I want to talk about the Karens. We're going to talk about Karens. You guys know what a Karen is? I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to go ahead and put your comments in the chat if you know what a Karen is. I know we talk about it a lot, but there was one particular instance that happened this weekend that just literally blew my wig off. Let me put it that way. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go ahead and comment in the chat. I see everybody tuning in now. Thank you. Welcome. Like I said, guys, don't forget to let me know where you guys are tuning in from so I can go ahead and shout you out as well. So, with that being said, I don't know if you guys watched any kind of sports. This weekend was like an amazing weekend for a lot of things. There's a lot of sports going on, baseball games, football games, all types of things going on. The VMAs were this weekend as well. We're going to talk about the VMAs and the big winners and the surprise winners as well, okay? I don't know about you, but my makeup kind of looks nice today, don't you think? Yeah, I know I'm being a little vain, but that's okay. For those of you listening to me on iHeart and Spotify, I'm sorry that you can't see the wonder of my makeup, but if you want to go to the Facebook Live or the YouTube, you can go ahead and check it out. But I think it kind of looks cute. I may post this on another channel. But anyway, that's enough about me. So, anyway, yes, VMAs were this weekend and lots of sports and things like that. So, but first, before we get into the VMAs, because I do want to talk about that for a little bit, because like I said, there was so much stuff going on this weekend, and it was just, if you watch the VMAs, put your comments and thoughts in the chat as well. If you're listening to us on Spotify and iHeart, send us an email at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll get to those comments as well. Or for anyone who is watching the replay on YouTube, also, you can put a comment in the YouTube channel there, and we'll go ahead and answer, or you can also send us a message at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com. But anyway, guys, VMAs and sports this weekend. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the Phillies game. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm sure everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about, right? The Karen at the Phillies game, okay? So if you guys didn't watch, if you guys are under a rock, let me just put it that way. If you guys are under a rock and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, let me just fill you in. So apparently there was a game going on, right? A Phillies game going on. And a father had taken his son to a Phillies game. And he ended up catching or getting the home run ball, right? One of the players knocked it out the park. And you know how everybody tries to scramble, like, oh my God, the home run ball is coming my way, da-da-da-da, right? So everybody tries to scramble and get this ball. So this one particular father ends up getting the ball for his son, and he brings it over to his son. Well, here comes the freaking Karen. You already know. Here comes the freaking Karen and starts screaming on the guy. And I guess she was telling him this, that, and the third, saying like, that was my ball and blah, 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 whatever. She was just going off on it, but it was all caught on the big screen. Like somebody was recording it and it got caught up on the big screen. So anyway, needless to say, okay, this woman, I'm not going to say her name, but she has been identified, all right? She went in, I got to read this with my glasses, I'm sorry, right? She started yelling at the dad and the kid over a baseball game, and she got caught on camera. It was a Phillies and the Marlins game, Phillies versus the Marlins, okay? So that was the game. He got the ball, brought it over to his son, said congratulations. The lady went and grabbed him by the arm and just started yelling at him, right? So he, being the gentleman that he was, because he's like, you know, this is a woman. I'm not going to fight with a woman. I would have fought with her. I'm just saying, but that's just me. But anyway, he ended up giving her back the ball because he was like, is it really worth fucking arguing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have given her the fucking ball back, like fuck her type shit, but that's just me, right? But he ended up giving her the ball back. But what happened next was just insane. First of all, the Phillies came over to the young boy, and gave him a whole prize package. Something that is worth way more than the Phillies ball that she got. And the woman who was later on identified, allegedly, and I'm going to say this because I don't want about anybody coming after me, right? Allegedly lost her job. So if that is not like the best karma ever, I don't know what is. Because that is like the most amazing thing that could ever happen at that particular moment. And you know, a lot of people are talking about it. They're being very controversial about it. Some people are like, oh, she should not have lost her job. She shouldn't have this. She shouldn't have that, whatever, whatever. But you know what? I do feel that she should be made an example of, because these type of things happen all the time. And guess what? If he would have been another one, if that dad would have been another one and would have like smacked the shit out of her or like punched her or knocked her out or something, it would have been his ass on the line. Do you know what I'm saying? It would have been his ass that everybody was talking to. It would have been his ass that probably would have lost his job. So why not let it be her? She's the one who caused all the freaking commotion, right? She should have taken the shit like a fucking, you know, instead of being a fucking sore loser and trying to fucking come and demand and be a fucking Karen, right? You know, with her fucking entitled ass, and try to go and get this freaking ball from this little boy. So anyway, karma did strike her. I'm not going to put her name, but I will share the story that has her actual name on there on our Facebook page. Matter of fact, let me do that right now, because this is the Karen. I'm just going to put it in parentheses. Okay. I'm writing, okay? On this show. Okay. Just so you know. So there's I shared it, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. she is there. I'm not going to say her name live because she doesn't deserve my, media attention, but I felt the story did deserve it. And so anyway, allegedly she now lost her job, and allegedly she's now like, oh my God, I can't even go outside, and everybody's yelling at me and talking shit to me and blah 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 blah, and giving out her fucking pity party. You know what I mean? Well, guess what? Maybe you should have thought about that when you went and tried to take a ball away from a little kid. That's your karma, baby. That's all I gotta say about that. That is your karma. And in this case, yes, karma has reaped his beautiful little head because, I'm going to say her. Karma has reaped her pretty little head because, you know what? Karma's a bitch. And there you go. When you want to act like a bitch, there you go. That's what happens. Karma happens. So anyway, that was like the best revenge ever. She ended up, quote unquote, allegedly losing her job. This little boy got a whole Phillies package, and they kind of took very good care of him and all that good stuff. So it's always good to see what happens. And see that karma has, kicked her in the ass, which is a good thing, right? So anyway, she's feeling now that it's just not fair, that everybody is coming after her and yelling her, especially now that she has been identified. You see, the thing with Karens is this, and I'm going to say this. See, before cell phones, before everybody started putting their whole life on social media, right? Before World Star, before all of that, I felt like many people, these Karens, right, felt that they can talk and act any kind of way without any type of exposure or consequences, right? But now with social media and everyone literally having a phone in their hand at all times, right? Everything is being recorded. Not only that, but there's cameras now everywhere. Everywhere you turn in the street, there's a camera. If you're in a stadium, there's a camera. If you're in a studio, there's a camera. There's cameras everywhere. So anything that you do is going to be recorded somewhere, somehow. You know what I'm saying? This is not the first case or the first thing that has been brought to light as far as being exposed in a major event. Perfect example, the Coldplay concert. Should we go back to that? When the executive got caught with his mistress, and they both got caught, in a, how do you say, pleasurable, unpleasurable moment, I guess. I don't know what you call it, right? So these things are now being more exposed because cameras are everywhere, guys. You can't act like an asshole and think that you're not going to get the consequences now, because guess what? With everybody's cell phone like this, looking for a news story, looking for the next viral video, they're gonna be out there watching. So you really have to literally just stop being a fucking asshole. Like, literally, it's just that simple. And if you're gonna be an asshole, be ready to deal with the consequences that come behind it. That's all I gotta say about that. So anyway, like I said, she did get exposed, and she has been identified, and allegedly, like I said, allegedly she lost her job. And yeah, so karma, baby. And that is all I gotta say about that. So let's move on really quick to the VMAs, because like I said, guys, I do have to log off early. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a full hour show with you guys today, but I apologize in advance. But next week, definitely we'll be back with a full hour show. But anyway, I think I can get enough information out there to you for you guys to be enjoying. And like I said, guys, feel free to comment in the chat. Give me a thumbs up, some corazoncitos, some estrellitas, whatever you want to do to let us know that, hey, you are enjoying this. If you're watching this on YouTube, send us some, hit like, hit subscribe. You already know what you got to do, right? So do I really have to tell you to hit like and subscribe? No, I don't, right? You got that. You got it, right? Okay, good. Let's move on. So I'm also, oh, and don't forget, guys, you can follow us on Instagram too, okay? On Instagram, I'm going to put little clips on Instagram so that you guys can, follow along or whatever and see what's going on with the show. But definitely on YouTube, because on Facebook, the videos now only stay on for 30 days. After that, they do get deleted automatically. So I've been moving them from here and switching them over to the YouTube channel so that you guys can go ahead and continue to enjoy them year after year after year. You guys know we've been on here already. Wow, it's 6 years. Oh my gosh. We are on season 6. It is insane. But anyway, let's move on to the VMAs, guys. If you have any comments about the Karen, feel free to put them in there. If you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and let me know. Put number 2 if you're watching it on the replay. Number 1 if you're watching live, but I know who's here live, so it's okay. Just put 2 for the replay if you have any comments, just so I know that you were watching it later on. In case I didn't miss, I'm really hoping that I didn't miss any comments, because you know, my ass is blind without without my glasses. I'm really trying to do this show without the glasses. But anyway, so with that being said, all right, let's move on to the VMAs, guys. So the VMAs were just like an amazing show. If you guys didn't watch the VMAs, shame on you. And I'm sure there's plenty of clips out there. Find them, YouTube them, whatever. They're probably all over social media already. So go and follow them. So really quick, some of the big winners that we're going to talk about, okay? Obviously, you know, all the big people were there. LL Cool J. What is it? You know, always licks his lips. Oh my God, I can't even say it. Try saying that 3 times fast. Lips his lip. No, I still said it wrong. Licks his lips. Okay, hablando inglés con Nina Rock. Okay, that doesn't work like that. But licks his lips. Try saying that 3 times fast, because, guys, I promise you wouldn't be able to say it neither. But anyway, LL was there. All the big names were there. It was amazing. And I say that just to say, because I like to say he licks his lips. I just like to say that. But anyway, not even that. But anyway, Mariah Carey won another VMA. She won another Moon Man this year for Best R&B. Yes, for a song called Type Dangerous, which honestly I've never even heard of. Excuse me, I know that's terrible of me, because I love music and I love Mariah Carey and I'm always listening to her stuff, but I have never heard of this song. So now I have my own homework to do, and I'm going to go and listen to it. Type Dangerous. Mariah Carey has won her next Moon Man, okay? Best Latin album, or best Latin artist, Shakira. What? For Soltera. Yes. I don't know if it was best Latin song or whatever, but she won something for that. So shout out to Shakira for that. I know I'm a terrible reporter. This is why I work for myself and not for anybody else. I get it. Just kidding. All right. So let's move on. Lady Gaga won Artist of the Year, and she also won Best Collaboration this year with her song with Bruno Mars, which the craziest part, which is called the song Die With a Smile. And now let me just tell you something. I absolutely love that song. I love Lady Gaga, and I like Bruno Mars. I never knew. I swear I must be losing it, because I did not realize that she was the artist on the song. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I just did not know. It didn't dawn on me. It didn't, like, I know the voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew the voice, but I just never dawned on me that it was freaking Lady Gaga. Like, what the heck? But anyway, best collab song was Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Shout out to them for Die With a Smile. That is like one of my all-time favorite songs for this year. And so congratulations to them. Ariana Grande, big winner, right? Like, are we really surprised about that, guys? We're probably not even really surprised about that. I mean, she had a great year. Don't know what she's doing physically, because she kind of, but anyway, we're not going to get into that. She won Video of the Year, Best Pop Artist, and Best Long Form Video as well, off of the same song, Brighter Days Ahead. So shout out to Ariana Grande for that. Another big winner. 1, 2, 3. She won 3 Moon Man this weekend on the VMAs. Now, another big winner, okay, was Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, y'all know who Sabrina Carpenter is? Sabrina Carpenter. She, brand new artist, well, you know, brand new recording artist, let me put it that way. She's obviously, you know, Nickelodeon star. Came out with her album this year and won, actually, let me see, 1, 2, 3 Moon Man. Congratulations. If I had that little thing that went shh with the clapping thing, I used to have it, but I don't know what happened to it. I think the battery died and I threw it out, but I may have to get one of those things again that gives the clapping sounds and all that stuff, so just make it a little bit more like interesting, right? But shout out to Sabrina Carpenter, brand new music artist out, and won 3 Moon Man in her first round. So congratulations. She won Best Visual Effect in the Video. She won Best Pop Artist and Best Album of the Year, beating, which was very upsetting for me, I do have to say, she beat out Bad Bunny. What? you already know them teens are out there voting and buying all this stuff. But yes, she beat out Bad Bunny for Best Artist of the Year, which is Best Album of the Year, sorry, which was amazing because I really honestly thought I really liked his album. I'm not gonna lie. I think he had a great album this year. It hit a lot of different, you know, he stepped out of his comfort zone a little bit. Let me just put it that way. He didn't just do the regular reggaeton that he normally plays. He did like a salsa thing. He did like a little pop version, you know, Spanish pop version, you know, song on there. He had a lot of different styles in this album, which I thought was great and very creative on his part, and shows his expansion and shows that he's able to expand into different genres of Spanish, of Latin music, not just the typical reggaeton, you know what I mean? He did a salsa one and all that, you know, so just really showed his range, what I thought was great, actually. Whoever helped him direct and produce that album, good job. So, but he did not win Album of the Year. Sabrina Carpenter beat him out, which I was so surprised because I really did think that he was going to win that. But it is what it is. Teen Pops, you know how it is. But yeah, so those were the big winners, guys. Sabrina Carpenter, Ariana Grande, big winners last night at the VMAs. And yeah, Shakira. Shout out to all the winners out who won last night. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna name them all, but there was a lot of them. Lady Gaga won a few other, Moon Man as well. Coldplay, I think, won one, and you know, some K-pop people. All these people who won VMAs last night did an amazing job. The performances were amazing. I want to know what your best performance was. I'm not gonna tell you mine. I'll put it in the comments. You go ahead and tell me what your best performance was, okay? And then we can talk about it at a little later time. But anyway, guys, that is that. So what I have going on this weekend, I don't even know. Like my calendar is just like so packed right now. I literally have to look at it every night and then every day. Like every night, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? Because my calendar is so packed and so booked with events and stuff like that that I'm just so, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm coming or going half the time, but that's the life that I chose, right? So it's all good. Let me just take a quick look. Oh, it might not even be in this camera. It might be in my other one. Let me just see. Maybe I find something. Let me see. Hold on a second. The 13th and the 20th. I honestly don't think I have anything. But anyway, last week, like I said, we were not here in the studio. It was Labor Day. I hope you guys enjoyed your time. We will be back next Monday in our regular time with a full hour show again. But of course, like I said today, I do have to unfortunately log off early. I know you're going to miss me. I know. Thank you. I know. But it is what it is. Like I said, I will be back. We will be back next week and we'll go ahead and talk some more. But with that being said, the moral of the story of tonight is, don't be a fucking Karen. That's all I got to say about that. Don't be a fucking Karen, okay? And, you know, that. Just don't be a fucking Karen. That's it. That's all I got to say. So with that being said, guys, make sure that you are following all my social media platforms. This show, of course, was sponsored by Vicky's Traveling Boutique. She has amazing designer, luxury-inspired handbags, accessories, gift items, and things like that. So anything that you need for you or a gift or anything like that, make sure you hit up Vicky's Traveling Boutique. Of course, Beauty Boss also is a sponsor of the show. Make sure you check her out, the Beauty Boss, and the Financial Baddie. Make sure you check her out as well, okay? Hint, hint. Those are the amazing sponsors of the show. And guys, don't forget that you can listen to us on Spotify and iHeart, and of course Media OQ, and all the social media, all the media platforms out there as well. And of course, make sure you're following us on Instagram. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube watching this, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And also Spotify and iHeart, make sure you hit the like and the follow button as well. We appreciate that. Every single one of you guys who tune into this crazy thing we call the show. We appreciate you. And yeah, so if nobody has any questions or any other comments, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts, corazoncitos, and the stars. Thank you. We appreciate it. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and log off and hope you guys have an amazing night. And I will be back next week. But what do you guys think of my makeup? Seriously. Either I'm getting better at it or it just looks really good today. Anyway, guys, love, peace, and hair grease. Your girl Nina Rock is out. Bye.